Good evening. Welcome to our special this Friday evening. We've looked, in our previous segment, we've looked at the story of Gujarat polls. Now let's look at the story which is being described as the end of a political era of sorts. Sonia Gandhi, who led the Congress to a 10-year ruling stint at the centre, has, many believe, officially hung up her boots. She says the only thing now she has to look forward to is retirement. Now that her son, Rahul Gandhi, is the Congress president, she believes that she has achieved it all. Now, we may like her, we may dislike her, we may agree with her, we may disagree with her. But the truth, ladies and gentlemen, is that Sonia Gandhi quite clearly has had a massive impact on Indian politics. On this Friday night special, Sonia Gandhi and her impact. Where have the Sonia years really led the Congress party to? Is the Congress party today showing any signs of growth? Or is the Congress party, because of the hold of the Gandhi family, today stuck with a perennially declining problem? Let's run you through the big headlines this Friday night. The Union Cabinet has passed a bill which criminalizes triple talaq in yet another move which is being described as a huge move made by Prime Minister Modi personally. The Parliament is set to be taking up this bill this winter session. Is the Congress sensing an imminent defeat? The Congress party approaches the Supreme Court, asks the court to allow counting of 25% of paper trail votes. The Supreme Court, however, rejects the Congress party's last-minute effort to discredit the EVMs all over again. And first day, no show in the shortest winter session of Parliament. Opposition creates ruckus over Prime Minister Modi's statement against Manmohan Singh, alleging that Manmohan Singh and former Vice President Sari had connived with Pakistani authorities to dislodge the BJP in Gujarat. Only 13 sittings left this Parliament session, 25 pending bills. Can the opposition and the government still cooperate with each other? There is yet another twist in the Arushi Hemraj double murder case. Hemraj's wife has moved the Supreme Court, challenging the Allahabad High Court's decision to acquit Dr. Rajesh Talwar and Dr. Nupur Talwar. Yet another case of moral policing. Pro-Kannada group Karnataka Raksha Vedike Yuva Sene will protest in 15 districts against Sunny Leone's New Year's Eve event. Say this is against Indian culture, will not allow Sunny Leone to come to Karnataka. Let's then take you straight to the heart of the story. The story which from 2001 till around about 2014, many thought was India's story. The story of Sonia Gandhi. Sonia Gandhi has been one individual about whom there has genuinely been a lot of curiosity. She was this mystical figure. There was a certain halo around her during the UPA years, and many thought that Sonia Gandhi perhaps was the best Congress president that the Congress party ever had. The kind of growth the Congress made, the kind of electoral victories which were achieved by the Congress party when Sonia Gandhi was a Congress president, certainly is a thing the Congress party shall be proud about. But what about 2017? What about the present day affairs of the Congress party? If Sonia Gandhi has to be credited with bringing about monumental victories for the Congress party, creating a certain coalition environment in India, stitching together certain alliances, is Sonia Gandhi also guilty of depending too much on her son and creating a problem now for the country's oldest party? How shall India be looking at the story of Sonia Gandhi is going to be the main focus over the next 1 hour. Right at the top of the program, let's play some statements, some of the most decisive, the most dramatic comments which were made by Sonia Gandhi through her rather long and illustrious political career.
पार्टी में नयापन लाकर ही हम अपने रास्ते में आने वाले संकटों और रुकावटों का तेजी से मुकाबला कर सकते हैं।
It is here that I will breathe my last, and it is here that my ashes will mingle with those of my loved ones. हम ये मानते हैं कि लोकतंत्र में हार जीत होती रहती है, यह जनादेश स्पष्ट रूप में हमारे खिलाफ है, हमारी पार्टी के खिलाफ है। हम मतदाताओं के इस फैसले का विनम्रता के साथ आदर करते हैं।
मेरे साथ जोर से बोलिए, जय हिंद।
At 10 p.m., we will do a special documentary on Sonia Gandhi where we've spoken to all the key stakeholders who've been involved with the rise and what many thought were the reasons for the fall as well of Sonia Gandhi. Let's also take you through some of the critical factors which have been a part and parcel of Sonia Gandhi's illustrious political career. Which were some of the landmark initiatives which were taken by the Congress party during Sonia years? First of its kind, social sector scheme, certainly for rural poor, under the National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, a scheme which was initially ridiculed by the Bharatiya Janata Party. And then, when Narendra Modi became the Prime Minister, there was actually more money which was allocated to the same sector. For the longest time, Sonia Gandhi was accused of splurging, creating this culture of subsidies, Mai-Baap culture. But when the BJP came to power, it seems that it has only borrowed from the scheme which was launched by Sonia Gandhi. The other big ticket event which happened during Sonia's years was the right to information. A certain degree of transparency, and many within the Congress thought that there was so much of transparency which was ushered in that certainly during UPA 2 years, from 2010 to 2014, when suddenly scam became the middle name for the Congress party, they just could not prevent the outflow of information. And did this desire to be greatly transparent and accountable, did it end up hurting the Congress party's fortunes, the Congress party's future, is a question that we must look at. She made education free and compulsory under the Right to Education Act. Again, something which has been carried forward by the BJP now. She supported the pro-poor National Food Security Act. The criticism was that there has been far too much government money which is being spent, and something which will end up bankrupting the Indian economy. Often the Prime Minister, our present Prime Minister, Prime Minister Modi, he often speaks about the fact that how the Congress created all these policies which have led to this huge economic chaos and economic mess which he still has to struggle with. She put her weight behind the Domestic Violence Act, and it's now that Domestic Violence Act is getting more teeth. So Sonia Gandhi certainly, as far as the rural poor, middle classes is concerned, certainly she took a lot of steps which would have taken the India story forward. Let's look at the negatives of Sonia Gandhi. What are the main critical points, the criticism points against Sonia Gandhi? Hand behind Congress's decline? Was Sonia Gandhi responsible for creating a cult conscious figure, a cult concept within the Congress party, where she ended up becoming the president of the party because many within the Congress thought that if she did not become the party president, then the Congress's future was over. Much like what's happening with Rahul Gandhi now, where many think that unless you have a member of the Gandhi family in charge of the party's affairs, nothing will change. So was it a mistake that she occupied party's top post despite not having any experience? I think this has been one charge which Sonia Gandhi has just not managed to shrug off. Dynasty culture. She elevated her son Rahul Gandhi. Abhishek Bachchan's film career got over when he produced a string of flops. Abhishek Bachchan was the son of great Amitabh Bachchan. And where is Abhishek Bachchan today? Nowhere on the film scene. Rahul Gandhi has seen so many flops in his career, yet because he happens to be Sonia Gandhi's son, he today happens to be the president of the Congress party. She was accused of running the Prime Minister's office via remote control. Many thought that all files which were being sent to Manmohan Singh's office were being routed through the office of Sonia Gandhi, through the office of National Advisory Council. Under the Right to Information Act, which was brought in by Sonia Gandhi's government itself, many evidences came out, on many occasions facts came out which only ended up embarrassing Sonia Gandhi and the Congress party. Accused of promoting sycophancy within the party, the likes of Ahmed Patel, the likes of A.K. Antony, perhaps good administrators, good backroom players, were they given disproportionate power during the Sonia years? And did the Congress party actually end up struggling on the ground? Why is it that the Congress today is accused from north to south to east to west? Imagine the country's oldest political party today stands accused of not having any ground structure. How was that possible? Was Sonia Gandhi, her style of politics, responsible for that? And finally, stifled dissent within the party. If you spoke out against Sonia Gandhi, If you spoke out against Rahul Gandhi, much like if you today speak out against Amit Shah or Narendra Modi, you don't have any future in the BJP, you don't have any future in the Congress party if you dared to speak out against Sonia Gandhi. Let's raise a big question then, on the basis of what we put up before you. Under Sonia Gandhi, did the Congress party grow on the ground? Did the Congress party really grow on the ground, or was it reduced to a group of sycophants who were simply running the Congress party by remote with blessings of Sonia Gandhi? Right at the top of the program, let's go straight across to Congress spokesperson, eminent lawyer, Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, someone who has the experience of working with the Gandhi family for many years, here with us in our studios, eminent panelists as well, Ajoy Bose, Dhananjay Joshi, Veer Sanghvi. We'll also be joined by other eminent panelists in a short while from now. But Abhishek, let me just start with you first, sir. Where do you stand on that? Sonia Gandhi guilty of promoting a Darbari culture. Was that the biggest contribution of Sonia Gandhi to the Congress party?
I don't know how you can say that. Sonia Gandhi came in at a very difficult moment for the Congress. She not only held the Congress together but built it up. She has had a very balanced and a very equal approach to a very wide cross-section of Congress persons. As a matter of fact, she is the unifying force, even when, as is natural in many parties, there may be disagreements and divisiveness amongst different groups. So she can hardly be accused of promoting a Darbari culture. In fact, she has been very scrupulous about it, Bhupendra. She has been scrupulous to a fault that even when she feels that somebody may require a social support or some other, feeling of recognition, she kind of makes sure that it is always balanced and it doesn't seem like she's promoting one group in the party at the cost of the other. I don't think you can cite a single instance. You have had people who have been given positions of eminence, but you can't call it Darbari culture in any manner.
Now, don't you think that the kind of people who grew up through the Sonia years, I mean, many think that, look at, what is the contribution today, for instance? What's the contribution, say, of a Hansraj Bhardwaj? Hansraj Bhardwaj openly speaking about against the Gandhi family. I didn't see Ghulam Nabi Azad anywhere during this Gujarat Assembly election campaign. Ahmed Patel, I don't know what kind of a relationship exists between Rahul Gandhi and Ahmed Patel. Forever the rumor mills have been a buzz. How do I look at all these names then, Abhishek ji?
No. You are jumping a lot of topics. You are taking a lot of names.
Tell me.
And I don't think that superficial approach is not necessary.
How is that superficial?
Let me answer very quickly and briefly. Yes, I'll tell you.
Yes.
Bhupendra, first and foremost, I do agree with you that in some cases, and I have also at one time joked with Mrs. Gandhi, I said you are far too tolerant and far too accommodating of dissent bordering to absolute revolution. I said I will not name the person, is dead now, a rather senior leader who was downright, what you call respectful, but downright abusive to her. And she didn't really bother to respond. Now, it is true that people have abused that license, and you may have, I'm not taking names, individual cases of that. I've also said to her, and I'm sharing with you a personal thing, that she could have afforded to be a dictator. She was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the Congress. But she is far too democratic to a fault. I have myself said that, madam, you should be a little more dictatorial, because that makes it for more. She consults to a fault, she collegiates to a fault, she tries to develop consensus to a fault. And I think this is the worst kind of accusation, because some of us feel that she could afford to be at some times more dictatorial.
Can I ask you then, if you say that she was such a great democratic leader, and if you say that she went by a process of consensus, is it not true that one of the worst injustices which Sonia Gandhi inflicted on the career of a past president happens to be Pranab Mukherjee? Pranab Mukherjee was good enough to be the president of the country, but Pranab Mukherjee was not good enough in Sonia Gandhi's eyes to be the prime minister of the country. Why? What does that tell you?
Bhupendra, is that a fair question? I mean,
how is
you
that
have made somebody the president of India, and you say that, no, just I'll tell you why. You have made somebody the president of India with the full support, the actual involvement and the greatest respect from the Congress party.
Was she or was she not uneasy with Pranab Mukherjee?
And that,
was she not uneasy with Pranab Mukherjee?
Please.
Because Pranab Mukherjee had walked out of the Congress party many years back.
Bhupendra, if you ask a question, my limited time available.
Yeah, I'm just countering what you're saying.
On the one hand, you put a person on the most dignified position of the head of state, and that person must feel angry and envious that you did not make him Prime Minister. I could flip the question the other way. If I made you Prime Minister, you would probably feel angry that I didn't make you President. This is not the way it functions.
So
Neither it functions like that at the Sonia Gandhi level, nor it functions like that at the Pranab Mukherjee level.
Why does
I think
Sonia
the relationship
Gandhi?
is far too deep and far too maturer than that, and these are people who know how to function in constitutional positions with a very great degree of accommodation.
Did Sonia Gandhi make a mistake by forever hoping against hope that Rahul Gandhi will one day start delivering results? Is that a fundamental mistake which has been made by Sonia Gandhi? Was she the mother who was speaking? Was she the Congress president, sir?
Just consider. Many of us feel that if what you say is right, she should actually have virtually thrust this presidency upon Rahul Gandhi. After all, we've been there for 10 long years. Not many governments in the centre have been there for 10 long years.
But that would have been a huge mistake.
Nor has it happened in the 4 years after that. So if it was that desperate a situation, don't you think that in fact she has been very, very easy on this issue and he has been very, very denying on this issue?
Sir, but don't you think it hurt you?
Both of them in different ways have been very self-denying on that.
But Abhishek, don't you think it hurt you? Don't you in hindsight feel it has hurt you? Rahul Gandhi forever played the reluctant prince. Rahul Gandhi forever said power is poison, and look at where you are today. I mean, now you don't know. You're attempting to grab that poison. The poison is not coming to you, Abhishek.
Bhupendra, I try to be as frank as possible with reasonable anchors, and you are one of those.
Of course, sir.
So let me tell you personally, I believe that it was a mistake for Rahul Gandhi not to take governance position somewhere towards the last part of UPA 2. But I would equally say that Mrs. Sonia Gandhi is very firm when she takes a self-denying position. And howsoever much little people with small minds and big egos may make fun of her denial of prime ministership, I know that it was a clear principled decision.
Okay.
Equally, Rahul Gandhi has coupled it with an idealism. Now I agree that sometimes the idealism might have been misplaced because he perhaps should have taken a governance position in the second UP. I'm being frank enough to say that. But that is very far from the trivialization being done of the whole issue by our political opponents.
Final question then to you, Mr. Singhvi, before I let you go. On the question of corruption, sir, there is a feeling that Sonia Gandhi intentionally looked the other way during the UPA years. Is that true? Would you admit it today that the real problem during the UPA years was that you all chose to look the other way?
Actually, Bhupendra, the funny part, the supreme irony, and give me 1 minute at least to say this, is that the exact opposite was true. A lot of people complained that there was too hasty a decision in many cases without waiting for full evidence. The BJP digs in its heels and supports people who are patently guilty. Adarsh Chavan was made to resign within hours of unverified reports. Subsequently, what happened is not point. Every person who was accused, Natwar Singh, left on very little concrete evidence. Everything which happened where there was evidence was prosecuted. Who prosecuted Kalbadi and
But why was the situation allowed to come to that point, sir?
Does it happen in the BJP?
My point is, why was the situation allowed to come to that level? I mean, you're talking about the ultimate conviction or prosecution. I'm saying you looked the other way. You ignored the initial signs. 2G scam, Commonwealth Games scam. We all knew what was going on. The Congress party knew what was going on.
No. Now you're shifting the goalposts.
How?
Now the question is different. Why did we not prevent it? Well, let me tell you, prevention is very different from the question you asked. I think wherever we had evidence, we changed portfolios immediately.
Okay.
And I'll not name the portfolio, but environment was one. Wherever we had evidence, we took action. But necessarily, a lot of things happened on the basis of certain assumptions and evaluations ex post facto. And immediately thereafter, very, very concrete action, and sometimes disproportionate action was taken immediately. And I don't find the BJP doing 1/10 of that.
Okay. Abhishek Madhu Singh, we always a pleasure. When you are candid, and when you are one-on-one, you make far more sense, Dr. Singhvi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us right at the top of the program. Let me also just quickly go across to my colleague Pallavi Ghosh, who's done a whole documentary on Sonia Gandhi, and we'll be playing that documentary tonight at 10 o'clock, exactly on the other side of this program. But Pallavi, what is the reality? What is the role now that Sonia Gandhi has envisaged for herself as we move ahead?
I'm actually going to pitch for that special show we're going to do on Sonia Gandhi along with Veer Sanghvi, so do watch out for that. Yes, a guarding of the legacy is what we are calling it, and that pretty much sums up the role of Sonia Gandhi. You know, Bhupan, very quickly inside Parliament, when we tried to get reactions from her opponents, including from the BJP, after news came in when she spoke to us and said that, you know, it's also perhaps time for me to retire. You know, even many from the BJP did not have any strong words to say against her. Of course, one would argue it's because she's stepping down. But, you know, there is an acceptance of the fact that she certainly has been one of the most graceful politicians. You know, no saber rattling, you know, very softly making her point across. She's, of course, made her political mistakes like I guess most politicians do, like the Maut Ka Saudagar comment, which comes back to haunt the Congress party. But she leaves behind a Congress party in the hands of a Rahul Gandhi with a very high yardstick. And I don't know whether Rahul Gandhi would be able to match up to that, but certainly many of the allies think that Rahul still has a long way to go, and many of them, if you listen to their voices through the day, they certainly don't want Sonia Gandhi to retire, and I think that's the biggest tribute that anyone could pay to her.
Okay, so Pallavi, thanks so much for joining us. That documentary which Pallavi is saying will be coming up at 10 p.m. tonight. It's a good hard look at Sonia's years, and Veer Sanghvi and Pallavi Ghosh have helped us put together that entire program. Let me also welcome Aman Sinha, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and Charan Singh Sapra, spokesperson of the Congress Party, to the debate as well. Let me begin with you, Amanji. You know, we've heard these glowing tributes to Sonia Gandhi from Abhishek Manu Singhvi just a short while back. Somewhere do you believe? And you know, I was looking at an exchange which had taken place between Atal Bihari Vajpayee and Sonia Gandhi way back in 2002-2003, when Sonia Gandhi charged the BJP of completely ruining the economy. And I distinctly remember a word she said, "I charge you." And Vajpayee, when he started speaking, he said that there is this charge sheet lagai ja rahi hai mere khilaf. So it was quite interesting. It was quite interesting, that entire debate which had taken place. Let me give that to Charan Singh Sapra as we're just fixing the audio line with Aman Sinha. Charan Singh ji, was Sonia Gandhi the creator of advantages, benefits